let's start with your introduction first, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, hello, good afternoon. Thank you for giving me this chance. My name I do have total 7 years experience into and five plus years experience into Power BI, and I have worked in various field into the Power BI like sales, insurance, banking, and my main project was HR domain. On like most of the project I have worked on the HR domain only, and my last project was into medical domain. I have started my career from tech in 2000. There I have handled multiple projects like sales, insurance, banking, HR, and I have worked there until 2000 was. It is a product and service based company where I was handling the medical domain project, and my last project was basically for Netherlands based clients. So they were into manufacturing of medical equipment. So they are specifically into neuro and sensory. So we were building an analytical solution that can give insight about the product performance, like licensing of software, risk analysis, security of application. For that, I was using import mode, and data source was SQL, Jira, and GitHub. And for the KPI, I was showing like high, medium, and low performance risk for Black Duck and Coverity. So Black Duck and Coverity was the two software where the whatever their product was, so they were measuring the performance there into the Black Duck and Coverity. So that product performance I have to show into my dashboard, like high, medium, low risk wise, into like through the stake bar chart I was showing their performances there.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, in Power BI, can you tell me what all DAX functions have you worked with?
I have worked with many DEX function like sum, if, summarize, and calculated column measures. I have worked on the multiple DEX function there, like aggregation function and logical functions. Like I worked on this.
Okay. So, what is row context and what is filter context? Can you explain me the difference between those?
In row context, you can refer to the context in the current row being evaluate the table. Like when you create a calculated column, so each row in that column has its own context. For instance, like if you are calculating the sales amount for multiplying quantity and unit price, so each row know its own quantity and unit price due to the row context. And the filter context is the set of filter applied to the data model. So before the calculating on the performance, the filter is a visual that applied into the filter through the dex function. So that is that is a filter context.
So, have you worked with incremental refreshes?
Yeah, I have worked with incremental refreshes. Incremental refresh are where you have the years of data, like long data from the 10 years or 5 years of data. So you don't have to refresh whole data. So you will set the dates there where you from this date to this date you want to refresh the data. So you use the incremental refresh.
No, so, what exactly is incremental refresh all about?
Like when you don't have to put like you have the huge number of data, so you don't have to put the like a huge number of data means years of data, like 5 years or 10 years of data, where you have to put the date there, like for this data only I have to refresh. Like imagine you have sales database that grow it daily, instead of reloading the entire sales history every time. So incremental refresh will update the only latest date, like such as sales from the past week or past month or leaving history. So they will not refresh the historical data, they will refresh the date wise data there.
Any optimization techniques have you worked on for your reports?
Yeah, into the if instead of creating using the calculated column, we can use the measures there. So because the into the calculated column, we don't it will not create any space into the data set. Major like calculated column create the space in the data set, but measures they does not create a measures space in the data set. And we can remove the unnecessary column. We can apply the filter there, unnecessary column. We can check the null value there, and we can check the data type there, use the most effective data type. For example, we can use integers instead of text whenever it is required. And when instead of using snowflake schema, we can use the star schema. And into the into the dashboard, whatever the visualization is required, those
So what is
visualization.
difference between star and snowflake schema?
Star schema is connected to the dimension tables are connected through the fact table, so that is called as star schema. And snowflake schema is the extended version of the star schema by further normalizing the dimension table to additional table, that derive the another dimension table from already present tables there. So it is just a extended version of the star schema. So mostly try to use star schema there because it does not create redundancy there into the process.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me what is a factless fact table?
Fact table, it is a normalized table, contains the fact that some of the measures related to with the
No,
data, like for
factless
every
factless fact table.
factless fact table. It is where the all the data is not there, fact table store quantity data for analyzing, and enter the star or snowflake schema there. Like as a sales fact table might include column or sales amount, quantity or sold, and key of the product, date, and customer dimension table, that way.
Okay, I am putting a question on chat. So there are two tables, table A and table B. So table A has one column, table B also has one column. And as you can see, there is I want you to do an inner join between these two and a left outer join between these two tables. So how many rows will you get when you do an inner join between table A and table B?
Okay. So we have I just have to put the result only, right?
Yeah, you can also tell me only the total number of rows that you will get once you join
Okay,
these.
okay,
That is also, I don't want the result.
okay.
So when we do an inner join, how many rows will you see in the output?
Like in an inner join will return only the row where there is match in both table and table B. Table A or B, 1 and 1, in table A 1 and table B 1 in the inner join. Table A contains the id 1 and the table B contains id 1, so it appears one time only. So in inner join between tables A and B, table B contain id and column will be the only written row where are the matches are there.
Okay, so one would be there.
Yeah.
And then what about
And another join,
inner join? How many rows are you saying?
rows will be one only.
Okay, can you try it again? Are you sure?
Okay, just a minute. Only one row will be appear, like one and one.
But you also have two, right?
But the only matching row will come like one or two. One, two, and three.
Okay. And have you worked on Power Apps?
Power apps I have worked on the canvas thing where you have to drag and drop the like data sources already connected with the data sources, and where you can just drag and drop the visuals where you what you want to create.
So basically, you have only worked on basic stuff in Power Apps.
Yeah, canvas I worked on.
And so, can you tell me the difference between the DAX functions all selected, and all except? You can start with all.
Select you can keep filters on a specific column and removing the filters from others, and all select it you can retain the filters on a specified column while removing others, like that is the difference between on that.
Uh,
Like if you apply all select into the sales product id, to it return all the product id that are visible based on user applied filters or slicer in the report. So that applied on all, and all select, so if you apply all select, there's a sales and sales product id, it written all the row in the sales table except those where product matches the current context.
and how about all except?
Sorry.
All except?
All except it keeps filter on a specified column and removing the filter from others, like if you have applied all except like sales product id to it written all row in the sales table except those where the product id matches in the current context.
Okay, so to give you one last question from my end.
You're writing something?
One second.
Yeah.
So this is a table where you have categories listed: books, bikes, clothes, and games. So there is a column that shows you the sales amount. That's 100, so 1000, 5000, 2000, 2000. So I want you to create a measure. Uh, the name can be percentage share. So the output when you place that measure in this grid should be like 10% for the first row, then 50% for the next row, that's 5000, 20% and 20%.
Okay.
So I'm showing you the output, okay, now.
Hmm.
So that's the input right now. And once you create that measure, the output should be like this. Let me know if the question is not clear.
So these are the category, and where the sales amount is this, I need to get this percentage, this is the output we want.
Yeah, and this should be a tax measure.
Yeah, like total.
You can think it out loud. Let me know what functions are you thinking of.
Like we can create the total sales, sum sales, and like a percentage share divide. We can divide the sum sales, total sales percentage there.
Okay, so how will you create total sales?
Like total sales is equal to sum of the sales. So it will then we can share the percentage share is equal to divide sum sales and sales total sales. That way we can do.
Yeah, can you write the DAX?
Yeah. This is for total sales, and for the percentage, let me write it. So this formula will give you this output, like we can categorize in we can categorize.
Sum of sales that you have written in the first one,
Mhm.
don't you think you will have to remove the filter? Because if you do a sum of sales for books, the sum of sales would be 1000 only,
Yeah.
right? And then you are basically, it will give you 100%. Your output will be 100% for all the rows.
Like the table visual will display the category along with their data,
Sorry?
like it will create the format, we can do the calculation according to that, like table visual will display the category
No,
along with their prospective sales amount.
no. So first of all, if I place your measure in this percentage share in this grid, you have two components in it. It's
Mhm.
the sum of sales and divided by total sales.
Mhm.
Now total sales is also sum of sales. Basically, you are dividing sum of sales by sum of sales.
Mhm.
That one, I mean 100%. So you want to you want to do a percentage share where 1000 gets divided by 10,000. So how would you get 1000? You will get it easily, but how will you get 10,000? 10,000 being the sum of the sales column.
Like we can do the percentage share there, like total sales, sum of the total sales amount and across the category, and the percentage share we can calculate each
Yeah,
category
you
sales contribution as a percentage of the total
sum
sales.
of,
So
yeah, you said it right now. You
mhm.
want to do a sum of sales amount across all categories,
Hmm.
but how will you do it in DAX?
How will I do in?
DAX.
Is it that is on Dex only?
Now this is DAX, but this is incorrect. You are not doing it across all categories. You are doing it across one category only.
Okay.
So total sales that you are writing here, it doesn't work like that actually. So your output, I already told you, your output would be 100% for all the rows.
Mhm.
I earlier asked you about all function, right? So let's consider this as an hint. You will have to use all function here.
Yeah, so that way we can that is also we can use all function. Then we can apply the filter there. Like we can calculate the powerful function and some of the sales amount. All select we can remove the any filter is there. That way we can use. So
All right. Thanks for your time. I think I'm done with my question. If you have any questions, let me know.
oh no, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye.